I know.
I wanted to get back to Love is Blind because they just dropped the other 2 episodes and I was appalled. We each watched them separately.
And then together?
We each watched them separately.
We were so stressed out.
And then we watched it together. And it really just confirmed everything I felt about Uche and more. And I just love being right. Maybe that's the real excitement, is being right.
But you were right, and also you were right. It's like the whole world united. The whole world is on the same page.
The whole world is on the same page.
There's no debates about any of the dynamics going on. Everybody's like, yo, this is fucked up.
Yep.
Everybody. Men and women, everybody alike is like, yo, this situation is fucked.
So basically what happens, for a recap for everybody who's only following along through the episode, basically what happens is that we leave off right after Uche and Lydia got into an argument. And Uche immediately is like, Lydia storms off. And you noticed when we rewatched it, you had said like you could see it in Lydia, the way she stormed off, she was out of her body.
So the thing that I feel like I noticed is that, and this is a little bit from personal experience and a little bit just from knowing, I feel like Lydia had to like take space to like regulate herself. Maybe that's not the right word, but
I think it is.
There's like an image of her like leaning up against the elevator, kind of like deep breathing and kind of like trying to like get a hold of herself. And I feel like it really struck me. Yeah. Because I can see her trying to be like, not feel crazy.
Not feel crazy. And then have you ever, because I've never been in this position. Obviously, I've never been on reality TV, but I've been in the position of being with a guy I'm seeing currently and having another guy get me out of my body. And the first thing I'm thinking is like how to get back into my body, because it's like there's that piece of you that doesn't want to show that you're triggered by this dude over here.
Yes.
Because it doesn't align with like, I'm so in love with you. And like, with life and nuance, it does. But there's always that concern that the guy is going to be like, you're secretly in love with him and you want to be with him forever.
And imagine all the dynamics of just like having like, there's like the interpersonal dynamic of just her and Uche. And then there's her and her new fiance. And then there's like the group of people that are kind of waiting for them to rejoin the group. And then there's like producers and cameras. And then there's TV and viewers. And it's like all these layers of people that are seeing this. And I don't know if I would be thinking about that in the moment, but I'm sure that you are. And that would send me
crying on TV. I'm pissed.
Oh,
I'm pissed.
Got me out my body on TV. I'm pissed.
So she's like in the elevator bay, like trying to hide from production, literally like in the corner.
Like, not my face.
And we just see her like through this glass. And the minute she books it, Uche grabs Milton, which I was just like,
can I talk to you for a minute, man?
What? So he grabs Milton.
Mind you, Milton is like halfway to heaven at this point. He's so high.
It's like he's sitting on a counter and Uche is just sitting next to him and he's just staring off.
He's like, what am I doing?
Yes. That precisely. He's literally just like...
Uche's literally trying to manipulate, gaslight.
I hate Uche.
Me too. And he's like trying to...
Seen the show.
I know. Look at that fucking vein popping out of it. That's a lying ass vein. Look at that lying ass vein.
He's stressed.
He's stressed.
All the lies are popping through his body. And you can tell he's
stressed because it's not working. And Milton is literally like, bro, like...
So
Uche... His
Uche...
posture's unnatural.
Yeah, yes. He's ready to hop out.
Yes.
Milton's ready to go, and Uche is trying to like present a facade. It's like he cares how he looks. It's like he's tucking in his gut, even though he doesn't have a gut.
You know, the funniest part of the whole thing.
Wait, you're skipping.
Sorry. Okay.
So then Uche, like he approaches Milton, and he's the first thing out of his mouth is he's immediately trying to explain that Lydia is not over him.
Yes.
He's like Lydia lied to me. She lied to everybody. He calls her, quote, dishonest. He's talking about how this one got me. He goes, she boldly lied to my face with no remorse. What you've been doing the entire show.
Also, I just want to say that it's such like a gaslighting, like manipulating, like controlling thing to say, because it's like the paintbrush thing. What is that called? There's like a theory behind that. But it's like what is that called? A smear campaign.
Painting with a broad brush?
Yeah.
Painting with a broad brush, yes.
Well, and so the thing that's interesting about it too, dynamics-wise, is I'm sure this 33-year-old is thinking this 24-year-old's going to go for everything he says.
Right.
So as soon as like this interaction starts, Lydia comes back and tries to grab Milton away.
Mhm.
And Uche starts yelling like, don't let her control you. You're going to let her come between you and your friends.
Mhm.
So
And mind you, they're like not.
friends. They're not friends. So
I don't
then
want to say it, but I wanted to say it.
they're not friends. So then just like a true rageful piece of shit, he's like dissatisfied with the fact that he didn't get what he wanted. So he runs back over to that crowd, the crowd that you showed in the first picture that's sitting on the couch.
Wait, and mind you, what does Milton say? Wait, Uche goes, "I'll hit you later, bro," and Milton says, "Yeah," in the group
Oh,
message.
that's after.
No, he run. No.
No, he goes back.
Oh, he goes back. I forgot. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Okay.
Keep going.
So then, like, Uche goes to vent to the cast and starts spilling everything to them. Like, again, smear campaign. She's nuts. She's insane. He's saying things like, you know, Lydia ruined my relationship, which is so wild. He ruined his relationship.
He literally ruined his
He's like, Lydia came
relationship.
on here either to get back together with me or to ruin my relationship with Aaliyah.
He's literally just going around. Oh my gosh.
He
Everything
literally
about it
says
stresses
she
me out
either-
so much.
She either knew I was coming or she has supernatural powers. Like, he's just taking it to the fullest, just overstating everything. And the girls
Yes,
start defending her.
Mhm.
And the black girl in the orange dress, Miriam, starts talking. And for whatever reason,
He flips.
he flips out on her.
He
And he
flips out on
starts
her.
yelling at her. He calls her bitter. He starts talking about all of this shit. She's like an
Comes at
irrelevant
her
side
career.
character.
Literally.
And he flips out on her because she's not like listening to what he says. And I'm immediately like, anyone can get it. And this is like that narcissistic behavior. It's like you're already spiraling out of control.
Mhm.
You're already like needing to get your fix. You thought you were going to get your fix from Milton,
And
and
he
now you
tried to
couldn't get
pull
your
in-
fix from them.
And he tried to pull in what's her name? To
Stacy.
be like, she's level headed, she's blah, blah, and tries to
Oh.
raise somebody up.
That's the racial dynamic too,
Yes.
right? Because he's like he's basically was calling the black girl aggressive, and then he used the word a bit bitter and all of this,
Mhm.
and then he's trying to pull Stacy in, who's treating him the exact same way, and be like, let's
And
go.
it's actually the one who started it with him.
And is like, you're the reasonable one. Let's go talk in the corner.
Terrible.
So then Milton comes back. And Uche just keeps going. He pulls Milton again. They have a conversation. He tries to show Milton's
It literally feels like the
screenshots.
same thing all over again. He just goes even harder. It's crazy.
Goes even harder. And then that like plane thing. Milton starts going into this random talk about how they're all on their own dimensional planes. It basically like it's his reality, Uche's reality, Lydia's reality. And he kind of doesn't care what anyone's reality is. He just has his own. Gets up and walks away.
Essentially, she's my girl now, bro.
So I think that's the last of him till the reunion.
Ooh, you're right.
Yeah, this dude's not even good at being a narcissist. He's not.
Exactly.
He's not. And it's
He's not even good at
embarrassing to watch how many times he's changed his story, how many times he's flip-flopped around, and I just like continuously I find it interesting when people like that go on these shows because I think they have a false sense that they're going to be able to control the narrative. And even if you're not that person, you can't control the narrative. Like production controls the narrative, but then on top of it, it's like I don't know how many hours they spend filming, but I feel like it's copious amounts of hours, and you're like emotionally invested. If you're off in that way, you're gonna show your ass.
Hey, bro, if you're off that
That's
way,
what it is.
literally, yes.
He was like, "We're on
You're on an
different
X-
planes."
Yes, he's like, you're on an X plane and she's on a Y plane and I'm on a Z and we're all on different planes.
He was like, "This isn't Pythagorean theorem. This is multidimensional calculus."
Yeah.
And Uche's just like zoning out as he's talking. He has
He's like,
no
"We're
idea
on
what he's talking
different
about.
planes, bro. We're not even converging.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to circle that up, follow it up to say run for the hills. And it just shows how not off Aaliyah is because she literally hasn't been on the rest of the show. Like she truly, I think, was here for the right reasons and bounced.
And you know what's fucking crazy is both Uche and Milton are like quote unquote like successful, smart guys. And yet the one who's actually like seems to actually have like some, I don't know, he's like a nice guy, is way more humble about like being really fucking smart.
Well, I think Milton's
Uche
probably
leads with
smarter than
everything.
Uche. I think
Probably.
Uche probably gets far on charisma.
Yes. And having made good business decisions, it sounds
Yeah.
like, even though we don't really know that for sure.
Where are we at on Lydia now? Crazy or no? That's what the comment said.
I think I feel more sorry for her than I did before.
So crazy. I think they're both not telling the truth, but I think that there is some truth to the thing that Milton
Yeah.
said, which is essentially like, I do think they have different perspectives.
Yeah.
And I do think they're both like blowing the other one out of proportion to kind of victimize themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Uche continued on the campaign and Lydia didn't. And I think that just says a lot about his character. Like he continued.
No, she actually, for whatever reason, for however fucked up it is, she actually did move on.
Well, basically, Milton gave her a pep talk and was like, I'm here for you. But he also kind of said, cut the shit.
He was like, focus on me or not.
Pretty much. He was like, this is unimportant. Like, let it go. He kind of gave her like you're going to be okay, but also let it go.
Literally.
Like, let it go.
He was like, it's time to be over this.
It is.
Refocus.
Period.
He's like, we're having great sex every night. Refocus.
Are they?
He's acting like it. Milton is acting like it.